That was definitely one of the most intense and emotional episodes of Degrassi in recent years. And because it deals with suicide, we know that a lot of you are upset by watching it. We were watching it in studio along with you, and there were people in our audience who became visibly upset by it. So we want to continue the conversation. This is Much Talks Degrassi. You can join the conversation at home by tweeting with us for the next half hour. You can tweet to @MuchMusic and share your feedback and questions and thoughts. And remember that if you're watching at home and you need someone to talk to, you are not alone. Kids Help Phone is available 24/7 at the number on the screen. Now, a very tragic event happened on Degrassi that affected all the students in various ways. So we want to just show you the opening scene to the episode, Bittersweet Symphony.
Eli?
Don't look! Just go find a teacher and call 911, okay? Go. Claire, now!
So I want to talk to actually all the actors that are here that were involved in the episode. What is it like for you to watch this episode? I think some of you saw it for the first time with us. So how do you react to it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this was my first time seeing it, and it's almost harder to watch the aftermath and seeing the rest of the people in Cam's lives deal with it, because they're really the ones who were left to pick up the pieces, and it's tough, you know, it's very tough.
I think that's the thing that stuck with us the most when we were reading through the episodes. At first, we were very curious as to what exactly led up to that and potentially also how it happened. But then we realized that that was really not what this episode is about. It's not really about Cam, it's about the people left behind and how they deal. And I think that was the message that I appreciated the most. And watching the episode, that is what comes across the most, is that it doesn't matter how you react and how you deal as long as you do.
And I think this is a question for you, Stefan, about why it was important for Degrassi to address this issue of suicide.
Well, it's an important story. It's an important issue that we've never touched on before, and so many people are going through it and struggling with the after effects of dealing with a loved one or a best friend or someone they just knew in the hallways. The only reason we're here right now is to talk about what we just saw, you know.
So how much planning went into the process of creating this storyline?
It was predetermined right off the top that we were going to head in that direction. We had a lot of internal struggle about 3/4 of the way through the season because we really just fell in love with Dylan and his performance and how he was really part of the Degrassi family, that we really seriously considered backing off on it. And then we decided, guys, we've committed to this. There's a reason we're going down this road, and we just want to make sure that everyone understands this was not done lightly. We really wanted to make sure that we addressed all sides of the issue and did it in a way that people realize that you're not alone.
We want to show another clip from the episode Bittersweet Symphony. One of the ways one of the students who knew Cam dealt with her emotions.
This is so stupid. Cam doesn't deserve a candlelight vigil. He made a choice. It was the wrong one. But us standing here, feeling sad like this, everyone blaming themselves, feeling guilty, it's no one's fault. I mean, it's his fault.
Maya, he was sick.
We should have fought.
He was really sick.
Should have fought harder.
Olivia, for you, what is it like to watch, and then what was it like actually shooting that particular scene?
That particular scene, it was tough. I mean, I've never known anyone personally to take their life because of this, but I have known people who've dealt with this, and I talked to a lot of people to figure out, you know, how to play that. And a lot of people were sad, but a number of people I talked to, the first feeling they felt when they found out someone had done that to themselves is they were angry.
Dwayne, maybe we can talk to you then about what the most common initial reaction is. Is it anger? And where does that anger come from?
Well, I think it's going to differ for everybody. I mean, for people, initially it's shock. You know, you may not even know what you feel, but you know you feel something strong. You know, whether or not we're ready to process that is going to differ for different people,
So I want to open it up to everybody sitting here listening and who watched the episode. Is there anybody that has gone through something similar and they want to talk about it? Do you want to talk, Romy? You can grab the mic.
So my name is Romy, and in December, a boy in my class committed suicide. He was new to the school, and we were actually like becoming pretty close friends. We were in English. We were working on a project together in a group with a couple other people, and there was no signs. He was really nice. He was always smiling. We had a lot in common. And so one day I was in drama and we were practicing in the hall, and our teacher pulled us aside and she called off some names of everyone who had a class with him in that class. And we had to go into this room, and there was counselors, and they told us, and watching that clip was really emotional just because everyone's reactions were like exactly what the characters on the show were going through. There was a boy beside me who was kind of popular, and he basically just banged his hands on the desk and he started swearing, and like first there was silence, and he was the first person to kind of it just made it feel really real. And I know it's just a show, but that is real. That is exactly what goes on and how people react. And I only knew him for 3 months, and so like I can't imagine people who knew him their whole life, how they would react. And a whole school was just really, really affected, and it shows you how much effect you have on people. You may feel like you don't matter and no one would care, but people do. No one knew. So now I go to my friends, and sometimes we just pause and we say, are you okay? Is there anything you want to talk about? Because people can hide a lot of things and cover it up with a smile. So.
Well, that's very brave, and that's probably the best thing you could be doing with your friends. Yeah. Dwayne, did you want to, I don't know if you want to say anything to Romy, having heard that?
I think that it's really important for you to continue to express it at your own rate. And I'm glad that you didn't feel like you had to talk at all, but sometimes speaking with somebody can be a difficult thing. Yeah. You may feel like you're under pressure to find the right words and to express yourself as accurately as you can. But I do hope that at some point when you do feel like expressing yourself, you can turn to a parent, a guardian, a teacher, a piano instructor, a hockey coach, somebody that you feel in your life you have a level of confidence talking to. And I think that it's important to remember that you're not alone.
Yeah, you're definitely not alone.
So just remember that Kids Help Phone is available for you 24/7, 365 days of the year. If you do need to talk to somebody while you're watching this, please reach out. And when we come back, we're going to continue this conversation further on Much Talks Degrassi.